trained Magnus on a silly death trap when they could instead die capturing a hill at the front is a terrible trade, and, well, also a stupid one. And Kirkin's definitely not that.
So what, the path just resurrects you?
She's her own transitory fold between worlds, and she'll make her own rules while you're inside, thank you very much. If you waste her time by dying, she'll spit you back into the lobby with egg on your face.
Ugh.
Where are my manners? Congratulations on your success, Jack of the House Unforeseen. The kingdom is better for your coming. I'm Magister Greaves of House Belming, 3-time selection washout, and now champion of your name and deeds. It's an absolute honor to make your acquaintance.
So how often do you try out for selection?
As seldom as I'm able without bending Light's Army regulations. Don't mistake me, I'm a talented Magnus and fierce patriot, but I'm fortunate enough to be able to contribute to the war effort without...
Without actually serving.
Now, I am required to serve during second summer, unless I talk to the right people. I can't get around that.
You literally just said you can get around it.
Please don't think less of me, my friend. I would defend Lucium to the last. And when I do walk the path, I give it my all. For about 5 minutes. And then a spike impales me, or a spectral nightblade shoots me through the eye. We can't all be you, Jack.
House Belming. That's a military house, right? Sounds familiar.
More military adjacent. I'm in the Hinters business.
The what now?
The Hinters? Apologies. That's a fancy euphemism for fertility fields. My house holds the contracts to construct and maintain all the Hinters for the northeasterly estates of Lucium. The military is our primary customer, of course.
Okay. Act like I'm from Saren and try one more time.
Hinters are stretches of land constructed beneath ley line crossings. The great families use them to influence their offspring's chances of being born with magic, which in turn guarantees that they remain the great families.
So you're telling me that being born with magic is manufactured?
Of course it is. Well, not always. And there are the unforeseen, such as yourself. There's a chance for everyone.
You must want to be an immortal or you wouldn't keep fake dying. But why do you want to be one?
Tut-tut. Nothing about the dying feels fake. It's a psychological horror show. Feeling the pain of your flesh burning off while also being slightly annoyed with yourself as it happens. Ugh. The dissonance of those moments. It scars the psyche, Jack. I do not recommend.
Which means you have a really good reason for wanting the job.
Of course I do. I want to serve Lucium.
Nope, not that one.
One mustn't equivocate, I see. Fine. I reckon it's expected of me, right? Despite the family business and all its wealth, I'm still a scion of a line of Magni, and share the name of a great house. We're not allowed to avoid the order, or we risk bringing shame to our forebears.
I went to the Underdwell in Calthus. Have you ever run into the Allori where you're from?
Mm-hmm. I've had to run the beasts off from my Hinterfields a few times. They scurry out of their holes some nights to sun themselves beneath the ley line nexuses. A bad analogy, as I say it. They feed on magic, you see.
Oh, I know.
We have had to use our lightless soldiers to chase them away. Our Magni refuse to get near the creatures. Dreadful things, evil. I take it you met a few?
Yeah, their leader, I think. He was cranky, maybe a little violent, but not evil.
Are you sure he was an Allori? That doesn't sound right at all. Maybe he was full. Either way, you're lucky to have come out of there alive.
When's your next go-around at selection?
Next year, assuming Rasharn doesn't... Well, I mustn't be defeatist.
You know you don't have to be an immortal to join the Light's army. I mean, a Magnus of your stature would get fast-tracked to officer.
Enlist? I do more for Lucium keeping its magical bloodlines healthy than I would fumbling about as a soldier, my friend.
What do you think the immortals are? We're soldiers.
Not all. You have intelligence officers that rarely see the field. And you used to have a wealth of non-combatant roles. The Immortals were a massive organization once upon a time, and its soldiers were but a small part. Your order knew better days before Sandrak's ascent. It's a tragedy to see it so reduced.
All right, Bellman. I should go. Okay, what's the big deal?
You two, give us the room. Move! Room, seal and set scrying wards. Remember when Sandrak breached the Palathon that one time? What fun! And afterwards it was up to me to strengthen our security enchantments against Rashanian magic.
Yeah?
Well, they worked. Who the hell is Luna, Jack?
Just stop, Luna. Rasharn doesn't have its own colors. How can you even ask me that?
What is it? Some kind of spectral projection? The real question is, who are you communicating with?
Wait, are you spying on me?
Are you spying on us? Is this Luna a Rashanian agent?
No! Yes, she grew up with me in Saren. She took care of us. Turns out... Look, it's so messed up, Dev. Luna's...
The friend you say is dead, which is very sad, but also very not true, because it turns out she's a Rashanian agent.
Worse. She's the hand of Sandrak.
Oh, do me a favor!
I know. I swear I was going to tell you. You already kind of knew. You noticed me looking at her in one of our briefings.
She can hear our mission briefings?
No. At least she says she can. And I believe her, because when we mind link or whatever, I can't see or hear anything around her either. It's not... It's a corrupted spell, Devin, not some kind of covert intelligence device thing. I promise. Thaddeus cast a Rashanian spell. That's what you detected, so we could walk around in each other's heads, and she got in somehow. I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure what to do. I thought maybe I could convince her of something I hadn't come up with yet, all right? It's messy. But I was never going to let her hurt us.
You said she killed Thaddeus.
Well, I was never going to let her hurt us after that. Devin, come on. She didn't interfere in the Deep Mirror. She hasn't come after us since this whole mindfuckery stuff happened. And now that Sandrak's dead, we can...
Stop it. Just stop. I think you should leave.
Okay. I'll, be in my room.
The Palathon. You should leave the Palathon. This is bad, Jack.
You're serious?
Whatever I decide to tell Kirkan, I'll let you know beforehand.
don't know how to do this. We need to talk. Can you, show up?
Hey, kid. Fancy that. I was just about to reach out. Bet you some wires got crossed.
Thaddeus?
Don't get spooked now. I ain't a ghost. Turns out...
Something went wrong with your mind walk spell?
Hey now, that spell would have worked just fine if it weren't so rudely imposed upon. Now I keep getting visions of you and that girl and...
Same here. Well, not with you. This is the first time with you.
Well, I guess you just know everything about everything.
I didn't know you were alive. I've been telling everybody you were killed.
Sorry to disappoint. Suits me better that way, to be honest. I've been getting a little long in the shadow lately, and too many folks are starting to know where I'm getting to it.
The hell?
Sorry, Rook's on my ass about telling you to get over here. We need to talk about Sandrak. Man alive, would you shut up?
Look who finally decided to show.
Hey, kid. Sit a spell.
Gentlemen, it's good to see you alive, Thaddeus. How did you...
How's are for later? We gotta talk.
God damn. You've been to the Shrouded Realm again?
Yeah. Every time I'm near a font when it gets absorbed, I just shift over there. Then I see the Pentasod and pow, I'm back.
Huh. Pentasod must like you. It don't normally do that, as a general rule. Crossing over is a one-way street.
This absorbed font you're talking about. It happened to be where you think you saw Sandrak die?
Rhetorical question, kid. It was. That's how Sandrak got himself into the Shrouded Realm.
Do what now?
There was likely a tiny hole left there where the font was. Sliver, lingering a bit between worlds. Probably crawled his mangy ass through it in the nick of time, lucky some bitch.
Back up. What makes you think Sandrak went to the Shrouded Realm?
'Cause he crawled back out. Recently. He's close by, too. I can smell him.
There's a snuffed out font over here in Kelphus. That's where he probably is. Take this. It'll bring you right to him. I figure he'll be weak, convalescing and whatnot. He ain't moved, from what we can gather. Pulling himself back, probably about tore him to shreds.
Why not use the font that would have taken him to Rasharn?
Rasharn's a dangerous place for a tyrant showing weakness. Sandrak has enemies at court. He's smart to avoid them if he can.
All right then. Round 3.
Sandrak will have summoned his personal guard to watch over him. You won't be able to avoid him.
You know what that means, right? The girl. She'll be there alongside all your unfinished business.
Thanks, guys. I'd ask you to help, but you would have offered by now.
Yeah, I'm still on the mend after getting gut shot by your aforementioned friend.
And my kind live in a cave for a reason, kid. Out there, we tend to get killed by folks less enlightened than yourself. But good luck, and make it hurt.
Before you leave, kid, hit up that spell altar. It's got something you'll need.
What's the deal with this spell?
It's a ward breaker. Something tells me you'll need it to get close to Sandrak.
Guess I'll give this spell a try. Next time, fellas.
Not right now, Jack.
Devin, please. This is going to sound crazy, but you have to listen to me. I just spoke with Thaddeus.
You're right about the crazy.
Listen, Sandrak's alive. Hurt, but alive. You need to lock the vault down tight. Put the whole Palathon on alert.
I'm on my way. Can't let you face him alone.
No, if I fail here, Sandrak will come for the Binding Stone. You have to be there to stop him. Luna, can you hear me? Luna, please answer or show up. Come on. Luna, if you can hear me, you know I'm coming. You know what I have to do. I'm begging you. Don't try to stop me. Sandrak.
Shadatish. Odlet said Leome.
Are you sure sending them away is a good idea? You can't talk me out of this.
No one here needs to die.
But they really do, though.
Let him live and we'll pull our forces from the front. You have the Binding Stone. You've won the war. He'll see that. He listens to my counsel. Sandrak's not the warmonger your Grand Magnus makes him out to be. He won't let Rashanians fight a battle we can't win.
Listen to yourself. Have you completely forgotten? He's been trying to conquer the world since we were kids?
Kirkin drove him to that. He used to be one of you.
I don't care.
I'm asking you to care. To make it stop here. You've handed her the Binding Stone, the control of all magic. And she's still going to invade Rasharn just to make an example of us. Both of our people will die for no reason at all. One of us has to be the first side to quit.
Our people, huh?
Grow up. We can change how this works, Jack. The war, all of it. Right here. You and I. We can get them to listen. Remind them that the real goal is healing the wound.
Children.
Stop!
Julian Zochi, Wanilorchi Zecham. Esherarta Delana. Noeshasa. Surrender is for Lucians. Where are you, Thradakul?
Leave it! Come home to the front. They need to see their leader alive, and with them as the Lucians approach. They need help.
I won't take the advice of someone whose loyalty is so obviously divided.
The Binding Stone's too far for that to work, genius.
I'm not bringing it to me. I'm bringing myself to it. Ah, the Parathon Vault, of course.
No! Wait!
This will give them hope.
Well, shit.
Holy shit! Oh! Come on! Devin! Sandrak's inside the Palathon. You gotta raise the alarm.
What? That's not possible! Oh dear.
Oh dear what?
Portals opening all over. Nightblade's inbound.
I'm coming!